History is full of endings, wars, plagues, migrations. But some endings make no sense. Entire civilizations that collapsed, vanished, or simply walked away from their cities, leaving behind an unnerving silence. No bodies, no signs of battle, no warnings, just emptiness. Imagine walking through a ghost town, not from a century ago, but from a millennium ago. Archaeologists uncover these sites all the time, places where life didn't just end, it stopped. Meals left uneaten on stone tables, tools dropped mid-swing, buildings perfectly intact. It's as if the entire population stood up in unison, walked away from their lives, and never ever returned. There were no invaders, no fire, no earthquake, just a sudden, inexplicable abandonment. These silent cities suggest an event so swift, so total, that it was never even recorded. Most cultures, ancient or modern, have one thing in common. They honor their dead. Graves, tombs, burial mounds, they are the final record of a people. But some of these vanished civilizations left none. We're talking about massive populations, tens, even hundreds of thousands of people who seem to have disappeared without leaving behind their dead. Where are the graves? How can a society thrive for centuries and then vanish so completely that not even their bones remain to tell the tale? It defies everything we know about human history. The mystery deepens when we turn to genetics. Modern DNA studies have mapped the human family tree with incredible precision. We can trace migrations, see how groups intermingled, and find the descendants of ancient peoples all over the globe. Yet, for some of these lost civilizations, the trail goes cold. DNA analysis reveals thriving, distinct populations that have no modern genetic ties. They didn't migrate and assimilate elsewhere. They didn't intermarry with their neighbors. It's as if they were plucked from the human story, leaving no genetic echo behind. And then there's the most chilling evidence of all, the records that were deliberately erased. In the ruins of these lost worlds, we find stone inscriptions, clay tablets, and ancient codices that have been systematically vandalized, not by time, but by hand. Entire lines of text have been scraped out. The names of kings and gods have been obliterated. Sacred symbols have been chiseled over. It's clear someone didn't just want these civilizations to be forgotten. They wanted them to have never existed. Who would go to such lengths? And what were they trying to hide? The puzzle becomes even more profound when you look at what they left behind. Amidst silence and erasure, we find evidence of knowledge that seems impossibly advanced. We see megalithic temples built with massive stones, aligned with cosmic events to a degree of precision that baffles modern engineers. We find vast underground cities carved from solid rock with surgical accuracy. We discover complex irrigation systems that were centuries, if not millennia, ahead of their time. The question isn't just how they built these things, but where did this knowledge come from? And more importantly, why did it disappear with them? Across continents, from the deserts of the Middle East to the jungles of South America, archaeologists find another recurring, unsettling feature: sealed chambers. Rooms and vaults deep within ancient structures that were intentionally blocked from the inside. When these chambers are finally opened, they reveal artifacts, manuscripts, and symbols unlike anything found in the surrounding region. It's a time capsule. But why would a civilization seal away its most precious knowledge? What were they protecting it from? Or perhaps, what were they protecting us from? It's as if they knew something was coming, and their only option was to lock the door behind them. This isn't just one isolated mystery. It's a global pattern that we can no longer ignore. These disappearances occurred on different continents, in different eras, and among vastly different cultures. Yet the pattern is eerily identical every time: a sudden, traceless abandonment, a loss of impossibly advanced knowledge, and a deliberate erasure of their identity from history. The Mayans in Central America, the Anasazi in the American Southwest, the Indus Valley Civilization in Asia. The list goes on. Each a unique culture, each a powerful society, and each vanished as if into thin air, leaving behind the same disturbing questions. Naturally, researchers have proposed theories, but the most compelling ones are often the most suppressed, the ones that challenge the comfortable narrative of history. Some suggest catastrophic climate events that were never recorded in our mainstream geological records. Others whisper of mass migrations triggered not by famine or war, but by the discovery of some forbidden knowledge that forced them to flee. There are theories of silent conflicts with unknown, unrecorded groups, or a societal collapse caused not by external forces, but by an internal discovery so world-altering it shattered their reality. And then there is the most unsettling theory of all, that it wasn't an escape or a collapse. It was an intentional, coordinated disappearance. This brings us to the final haunting question. Why do entire civilizations at the peak of their power vanish without a trace? Were they running from something we can't see? Did they discover a truth so profound that their only logical step was to leave our world behind? Or were they removed from history methodically and purposefully by a force we have yet to identify? The ruins remain, the people do not. The silence they left behind is louder than any historical record. If you're ready to uncover more forbidden history, subscribe to the True Story Files, and tell us in the comments which of these disappearances you believe is the most mysterious. Thanks for watching.